Hi, Collective. How are ya? It's Melanie, and this is Queen of Wands Tarot. Welcome back. I'm so happy you're here and you found me. Uh, Welcome if you're new. I sure hope that this message resonates with you today. I have one for the collective here, and I asked Spirit for the overall energy. And I'm going to tell you that this is a Divine Feminine reading, specifically for the Divine Feminine, because Spirit gave me this Divine Feminine card as the overall energy. Okay, so it is confirmed. If you are a Divine Masculine or resonate as a Divine Masculine, if this found you, it maybe focus it toward your feminine, if you know, or something should resonate with you, okay? But if it doesn't, that's okay. Just maybe wait for the next message and see if that one resonates for you, or check out any other video that I have on my channel, okay? If this message found you, it is not by choice, chance, or coincidence. I do believe that if it found you, Spirit wants you to hear it, okay? So, that being said, this is a very interesting reading, collective, okay? Divine Feminine, the first energies out were value, indication, and infinite possibilities, okay? So value information is coming out with the scales here. This is heavy Libra energy, okay? So Libra is identified with the scales because of the balance that comes, is very just, okay? The Justice card is Libra energy in the tarot. So this is what this card reminds me of, and I'm going to read it to you. It says value indication. Your inner value is greater than you realize. Perhaps you've been questioning your worth lately. Focus on affirming your unique qualities daily, and you'll become more confident in your value. Okay, what I'm gathering from this particular information, Divine Feminine, is that maybe through this last bit of spiritual attacks and awakenings, maybe you've just come out of a dark night of the soul, or you've gone through another spiritual awakening. I think what this is, you know, we tend to the Divine Feminine collective has dealt with self-worth issues during this particular cycle of the collectives, you know, during this time. And I do believe that the Divine Feminine, that is strictly in a lot of ways what the Divine Feminine collective has been working with, is building back that self-worth that over the years has chipped away at the Divine Feminine. So we've been evolving and growing and healing as a collective, and it's hard because we're always healing, we're always growing. We tend to go back and revert into those self-worth limiting beliefs. And bringing me to that is infinite possibilities was the second energy that came out, Divine Feminine. Okay, so infinite possibilities. You'll see here we've got the infinity symbol, okay, and that is the, you know, the number 8 here. So that reminds me of, abundance. So let's see what this says. You are at the threshold of infinite possibilities. Okay, the universe is opening new paths for you. Break free from old limits and explore the unknown. The potential ahead is greater than you think. Okay, so this is clearly saying, Divine Feminine, that right now there are paths opening for you. Okay, so we're coming into alignment energetically with the abundance era. Okay, you might be seeing 8s right now, coming out of the 7s and moving into the 8s. Okay, so this means that right now it is time. Okay, it is time to harness the Virgo energy that is in the collective right now. We are, in astrology, we are in Virgo right now, okay? And if you have any Virgo placements in your birth chart, okay, look it up if you don't, okay? Look up birth chart, and you're going to need to know the time of your birth, where you were born. Absolutely imperative, because if you do not know the time, you cannot get the snapshot of the solar system when the exact time you were born and where you were, how the planets were positioned in the solar system, and what houses they fell in to designate what signs your planets were positioned in, what zodiac signs. Okay, so that's what the birth chart is all about. Okay, it's exploring what God gave us, the universe, that particular moment in time is special for each and every individual. Your soul that entered into this realm, into this dimension. Okay, that moment is so perfectly designed just for you. Okay, so if you're new to this, welcome, and I try to explain it the best I can, okay? It's hard to get the words out, it really is, but it's all there, so bear with me, okay? So that being said, we're looking at Spirit opening our eyes in this reading, okay? Divine Feminine. Opening our eyes to what we just went through collectively, through this period of time, through this cycle, Divine Feminine. We have dealt with the self-worth problems, issues, healing from these, from this pattern of being beaten down and building back up, right? And now Spirit is saying, it's time. The path is being laid out for us. It's time to recognize that the decision must be made if it has not been made already, Divine Feminine, okay? Okay, so we are coming out of deep processing. Most Divine Feminine collective is finding their worth through relationships, okay? And the reason I'm being brought to that is because Spirit pulled, when I was asking, okay, we got the 2 of Cups here, to the 7 of Cups, to the 7 of Swords, to the 2 of Wands, okay? And we're piggybacking on the 2 of Swords here with the 2 of Wands. Clearly, We've been placed through a process of decision making, of head over heart, of worthiness over unworthiness, okay? Plainly said. And a lot of it had to do with divine feminine being kept a secret in secret third-party relationships, okay? There's been a lot of heartbreak for the divine collective, or the divine feminine collective, due to worthiness issues, thus throwing us, the divine feminine collective, into third-party situations. We have been made to repeat the pattern, okay? We've been, the limiting beliefs of the self-worth, we've been repeating the pattern of not being worthy enough for a valuable relationship with a divine masculine, okay? We've been dealing with players, per se, okay? Immature relationships, karmic relationships, okay? That's the process that we've been going through. And as you see here, the divine feminine has been just waiting for something, a real Two of Cups relationship, someone who, a masculine that doesn't put her, no gender here, okay, I'm saying her because that's how I relate. The divine masculine, or the karmic masculines, technically, have been putting the divine feminine in, as made her an option her whole life, okay? You've always been second best, okay? Divine feminine, you've always been second, not first. But when you were first, say you were in a karmic relationship and you were married and you had children and there was no cheating involved or anything, there were still worth issues. Self-worth issues were being brought to your attention through that karmic relationship, because maybe it wasn't another person as a third party. Maybe it was work. Maybe the karmic partnership put work ahead of you. Maybe work was the third party. The divine or karmic masculine was putting work ahead of you and made money a priority over you or your family, okay? So that's always something. But there was lies, and there was deception, and there was sneaky behaviors, and just pain. I associate that with pain and not being a priority. And anytime a woman or a female genetically we're genetically designed to feel worthy as a feminine female, we're designed to need that interaction with the masculine, okay, and to be a priority for a balanced, stable relationship, okay? And what I'm seeing here is that the divine feminine collective has been dealing with these karmic individuals, okay? So we're seeing here the King of Wands. This is essentially a King of Wands in the reverse, is what Spirit gave me. This is a karmic King of Wands, a player. Okay, so this is what, was also confirmation from Spirit that the Divine Feminine Collective has been put in karmic relationships continuously to gain and basically to peck away so much to put us through so that we gain that self-worth back. Okay, time after time after time, because what Spirit showed me to clarify that was the Two of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles, the Emperor, and the Five of Wands. And what I got from this Divine Feminine is that there's been lots of times in your life where you have felt like the Emperor in your own life. You've had to take the bull by the horns, the bull by the horns, and pave your own way. You've had to live in your masculine energy. Okay, a lot of you Divine Feminines are single mothers, so you've had to play the role of divine, or male and or mom and dad per se. Okay, feminine and masculine roles, and most of the time when you're running your own household without a man there, you are the emperor of the house. Okay, and it's very, very difficult to transition as a Divine Feminine back into that feminine energy and embrace the Empress. Okay, but what Spirit is saying is, through all these trials and tribulations of being juggled, this is a juggling act. Okay, it's basically the Justice card in the Minor Arcana. Okay, but it's a juggling act of trying to balance life. Okay, and the feminine has been put into this state of constantly needing to balance bills, children, health, wealth, finances. When a feminine has to put her the stability that the masculine is supposed to provide, when the feminine has to jump into that energy, it's very, very difficult to come back out of it. It very, very much so is. But the Divine Feminine has collectively moved. Spirit said, we have collectively moved into our Queen of Cups energy. We have embraced our heart space. We have healed our chakra system. We are balanced in our emotions. We've learned how to properly process our emotions and use our intuition as a guide that Spirit has given us, has bestowed upon the Divine Feminine. We have gained this ability to rejoice after all of the betrayal. We are rejoicing, okay? Because we know that we are in union. The Divine Feminine is in union with her own masculine energy. We are balanced now. We are. We've allowed the betrayals we've let them go, and we are embracing our Queen of Wands energy collective. Look, we are manifesting our own life